Chia seeds have omega-3. Come on, sing this song with me. Chia seeds have omega-3. Grind them up and sing yippee as you see them in your pancakes, your oatmeal, and in your daily smoothie.
Hello students, welcome back to class, and especially to my neighbors who have been contacting me and telling me that they're worried about the 3 lambs that were on our street last week. So to be honest with you, I don't actually know what's going to happen to them. I have not been guaranteed that these 3 lambs are not going to be murdered, and as we know, Easter is just around the corner, and one of the things that people eat a lot of, unfortunately, is meat. And unfortunately, one of the animals that they eat a lot of are little lambs. Now, little lambs are probably the most innocent animal that I can think of. I mean, they've never done a single thing wrong. They're born into this world and they're trusting of humans, and so many people betray them, grab them by the neck, and slit their throats. I'm so speechless even at just the thought of it. I just can't imagine doing that to anyone, and I can't imagine others doing it to these animals. So today we're going to be looking at an advertisement that appeared apparently on 1/3 of all the people in Israel's TV sets. So that was a little while ago, and this is an ad to try to encourage people not to eat animals. So let's have a look at it together. So it starts off over here in the supermarket with a couple. So they're there looking at the fruits. And she says, "Oh, that's perfect for my apple pie." So they're all happy, and then they're going to go and get some meat for their meal, which a lot of people do, which is completely unnecessary. Remember, the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics has clearly stated that you do not need to eat any animals in order to be healthy. You don't need eggs, you don't need cheese, you don't need milk, you just need healthy vegan foods. So what these people are doing is completely immoral. They are doing it just for their taste pleasure, and that's wrong. That's what we vegans are against. So she says, "Oh honey, I don't want my lamb frozen, I want it extra fresh." She wants it to be really fresh. So he's thinking to himself, okay, I guess we have to go directly to the back of the store where they cut up the meat and then they put these innocent animals on display. So she says, wow, everything looks so fresh, as she looks at the dead bodies full of blood on the counter. And this is something that she is so used to, like many of you are. Many people are used to seeing dead bodies and not thinking anything of it and not making the connection that this used to be a sentient being, an innocent animal who never did anything to you ever. So he's speaking another language here, and he is saying, "Sir, do you have fresh lamb?" I think it's Yiddish that they're speaking, but I can't be sure. And then they say, "But make sure it's extra fresh." And so the guy's like, "Oh, okay, extra fresh. Yeah, no problem. I'll get the extra fresh." And you see behind him here are dead bodies just hanging there. Now imagine, just a few hours ago, these animals were alive and walking around and just not doing anything wrong. Most of them have lived a life on a factory farm where they suffered because they were unable to play and see the sky and see the sun. They're kept in confined barns, like these almost like holocaust-like conditions, because they are just bred by us. They are created by us, forced to be existing by us, just for the sake of being able to kill them. It's so barbaric. I mean, if it was happening on another planet, we would think that's so horrible. But because so many people are indoctrinated and since such a young age have been eating these animals, they just don't make the connection. People suffer from cognitive dissonance. That means their head and their heart are just not connected. They're apart. And people think that they are good people. Just like I used to think I was a good person, and I was still eating animals a long time ago. And then somebody just woke me up and said, "Hello, you're not a good person if you're paying some money to somebody to hurt an animal who never did anything to you ever, and you don't need it." So He's working behind there, and he probably doesn't even connect either, because he gets the animals and they're dead, and he's probably, doesn't really understand how they were tortured before they were killed, how they were terrified, how they were crying, how they were trying desperately to get away. To him, he just sees a dead body there, and he's just so used to it. He doesn't make the connection. So they're all happy, and she says, well, I'm getting hungry, and she's happy that she's going to get a lamb that's extra fresh. And so he brings out lamb, extra fresh, because she wanted it that way. And so now she's making the connection for the first time. Like, wait, what do you want me to do? You want me to kill this animal? And he's thinking, well, you wanted it extra fresh. You didn't want it frozen. You didn't want it dead lying there. You wanted it extra fresh. And of course, you see her now taking the little lamb and making the connection there. Wait, this is an actual animal that I was about to eat. Her little dead brothers and sisters. And you can see the look on her face as now she hugs the lamb and really connects. And this is the moment where cognitive dissonance disappears. That's it. That's the moment where you are ready to click and become vegan, because you just finally get it. She has a look on her face like, I don't want to kill you. I don't want to hurt you. And she looks at him, and he has kind of the same idea, like, wait. We don't want to hurt this little animal. So that's it. I think this is a really great commercial, a TV commercial, and I think it should be on all of our channels. I think everybody who sees this video, try and Google it and send it to everybody that you know. It should be all over the place so that people's hearts can open up. Now, it's really sad that the 3 lambs that were on my street, that were being temporarily taken care of by somebody, are, well, it's an interesting thing. On the one hand, the person who takes these lambs thinks, well, I'm saving their lives because they were born too young. But what is the point exactly in saving these lambs' lives, taking care of them for a month or so, maybe 6 weeks, and then handing them over to somebody who's going to slit their throats? How did you save their lives? You didn't even let them live. You just let them survive for a short time. And then you're going to betray them by handing them over to somebody. Now, I'm not saying that if you have an opportunity to save someone's life, like a lamb or anybody, that you shouldn't do it. You should, of course, jump to the chance. But then you should make sure to follow up, to make sure that these lambs that were being taken care of by somebody on my street, that they should be given to a sanctuary. Somehow people should raise money to allow them to live. And for sure, the best thing you can possibly do is to stop putting dead animals on your plate. Peace begins on your plate. So open up your heart every time you're in front of your shopping cart. That's it. I want to thank you all for being here today. Thank you for, when Easter comes, not buying any animals, not any turkeys, not lambs, not cows, not pigs. Go to restaurants that serve vegan options. Go to the grocery store that has vegan options and Google vegan foods. There are so many ideas. Just type it in. Healthy vegan foods, delicious vegan foods, fast vegan foods, easy vegan recipes. You know what to do. So coming up on screen are going to be a bunch of other videos. Have a look at them. Subscribe to this channel. Press the notification bell and help me to get the animals out of the hell that we humans put them in. Because they really belong in a safe space, just like our cats and dogs do. So thanks a lot for being here. Bye for now.
Love animals, eat plants. Be brave, be kind, be vegan.